The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit.
Sunny Hostin of The View, who's constantly raging about race and reparations and how bad America is and its racial past and all this stuff.
Although it was a typical morning on The View, nobody could have predicted the mayhem that Sunny Hostin, who is renowned for her divisive views, would cause. Although Sunny has never held back from voicing her opinions, she may have gone too far this time. Her most recent on-air tirade stunned viewers, critics, and even her co-hosts, and the fallout is now endangering not just her reputation, but her entire career. Was this the most explosive moment in The View's history? Let's take a closer look.
Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice.
The controversy started during a heated debate about voter behavior and political influence that was standard fare for the show, but Sunny chose to take things in a direction that no one had anticipated. With a tone of frustration, she declared that white women without formal education had been actively working against their own interests in elections. She didn't stop there. It seemed as though they had been programmed to uphold a system that continues to harm them. As her co-hosts wriggled in their seats, she argued, visibly doubling down. Uncomfortable tried to argue that you can't categorize a whole group of individuals in that way, but Sunny wasn't discouraged. Her tone became abrasive, and she responded, "Why don't the numbers tell the truth? Alyssa, it's fact, not my view, and someone has to tell it." Even Whoopi Goldberg, who is usually quick to inject humor or change gears, seemed at a loss for words as the studio audience, accustomed to the panel's animated debates, sat in stunned silence. Then, as if the producers couldn't handle it any longer, the show abruptly cut to a commercial. The abrupt break only added to the drama, leaving viewers wondering what had just happened.
I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But
the mood had drastically changed, and the conversation had taken an entirely different turn when the show returned, but the damage had already been done. Videos of Sunny's words went viral online, igniting controversy and indignation. Social media sites were inundated with responses, many of which accused Sunny of making overtly sexist and racist remarks. Officially, Sunny Hostin has lost it. It's horrible that she would sit there and make such a generalization about a whole group of women. If a white man made such a statement about women of color, his career would be done. Why is Sunny getting away with it?
Anna went in a different direction, but I love the fact that, Manny is younger and he's
How much younger is he?
Just a little bit.
He's like 1 year, isn't he? Like a month or a year or 10 years?
5 years. It's more than a year. Oh. Anyway, it's not about me.
Over the years, Sunny has developed a reputation for delivering divisive remarks that frequently alienate sizable portions of the audience, which frequently results in Al Million in one particularly well-known instance. This is not the first time she has been in hot water for her provocative remarks. When Sunny said that the lack of diversity in leadership positions was due to white mediocrity, viewers were incensed and accused her of reinforcing negative stereotypes. If you're white, you don't even need to be excellent. Just need to be average and you'll get ahead, she stated. Despite criticism that her statements were unproductive and polarizing, Sunny refused to back down, claiming that she was speaking truth to power and that no one could forget her venomous words against white and Latino women voters at a previous cycle of elections. Sunny said that by endorsing particular politicians, Latino men and white women without a college degree were voting against their own communities. She even went so far as to argue that these groups were actively assisting in their own subjugation, a claim that provoked strong criticism from both conservative and progressive quarters. The rhetoric of Sunny Hostin is dangerous and utterly out of date.
This is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
Her most recent remarks have sparked an unprecedented outcry, with some detractors demanding that she be taken off the show entirely and using hashtags like fire. Social media users demanded that Sunny Hostin be held accountable, saying that if ABC doesn't act, They're complicit in allowing this type of rhetoric to continue unchecked. The outcry even reached mainstream media, with multiple outlets publishing scathing UPS accusations that Sunny was spreading divisive narratives.
And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history.
The scandal has also rekindled discussions about unfair treatment in the media, with many people wondering why Sunny manages to get away with her remarks more easily than others in comparable roles. Why is Sunny being protected, yet a male host would have lost his job by now if he had stated anything even somewhat similar to what she has said? Despite the increasing backlash, Sunny appears unfazed in a brief statement defending her remarks, saying that these are conversations we need to have no matter how uncomfortable they may be, and that she is not here to sugarcoat the truth. Others have called attention to the hypocrisy of Sunny's own criticisms, pointing out that her comments frequently contradict the inclusive values she claims to champion, has just fueled the flames, with detractors charging her with doubling down rather than accepting accountability. The epitome of tone deaf is Sunny Hostin, who obviously doesn't give a damn about the harm her words create.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. However, the controversy doesn't end there. Following the uproar, there have been rumors of growing tensions behind the scenes at The View. According to sources, Sunny's co-hosts are becoming more and more irritated with her combative style and unwillingness to compromise. There is undoubtedly tension, and the other hosts feel like they have to be on guard around her all the time. The network has not yet responded to these rumors. The speculation is adding another layer of drama to an already tense scenario, and then there's the matter of Sunny's future on the program, although The View has always thrived on his CH's different opinions. Some question if Sunny's presence is having more negative effects than positive ones. Critics claim that her divisive remarks are alienating viewers and harming the reputation of the show. It seems like The View is now only interested in stirring up controversy for the sake of ratings, rather than promoting real conversation.
Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme.
Sunny Hostin's explosive comments on The View were just the beginning of a much bigger storm brewing around her. As the fallout from her controversial remarks reached a fever pitch, a new scandal erupted, hitting much closer to home. While her bold takes on race and gender had already polarized the public, revelations about her husband's alleged legal troubles have taken the drama to an entire...
What's really going on behind the scenes? Let's peel back the layers of this messy situation.
Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit.
New level. This scandal is unfolding like a soap opera, complete with lawsuits, fraud accusations, and whispers of financial misdeeds within the Hostin household. So, what's really happening behind the scenes? Let's take a deeper look at this messy situation. The latest chapter in this public drama involves her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, a prominent orthopedic surgeon in New York. While Sunny made headlines for her fiery opinions, Emmanuel found himself at the heart of a massive legal battle. He's among the hundreds of defendants
saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million plus.
Named in a lawsuit filed by American Transit, a commercial insurance company that works primarily with taxi and rideshare drivers. The lawsuit accuses him of fraudulent billing practices, receiving kickbacks for unnecessary medical procedures, and performing surgeries on patients who didn't need them. The case claims that Emmanuel funneled the proceeds into shady financial arrangements disguised as dividends. This isn't just any lawsuit. It's being pursued under the Federal RICO Act, which was originally designed to fight organized crime. The allegations are serious, and if American Transit's claims hold up in court, the potential financial penalties could reach
nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failure.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. What's even more troubling is that the lawsuit alleges Emmanuel's involvement in these practices spans several years, suggesting a pattern rather than an isolated incident. As if these allegations weren't enough, Sunny herself has been drawn into the mess. While there's no official confirmation of her direct involvement, rumors are swirling that she may have been aware of her husband's activities, or at least turned a blind eye. Critics are questioning how she can advocate for justice and fairness on national television while her own family is embroiled in fraud accusations. The irony hasn't been lost on the public, and the backlash has...
But it does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic that she's up there. So, but...
only intensified. True to her form, Sunny isn't backing down. She issued a defiant statement defending her husband. She claims that American Transit is using this lawsuit as a desperate attempt to distract from its own financial problems. According to Sunny, the lawsuit is a baseless attack from a near-bankrupt company trying to avoid paying its bills, and the insurance company is using her celebrity status to smear her family's reputation. She also revealed that she and Emmanuel plan to countersue for defamation, seeking millions in damages. While her response is bold, it's done little to quell the growing criticism. Some argue that by going on the offensive, she's drawing even more...
Totally different perspective on this. I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips.
It's like twice a day.
Here's all I hear from her. America's violent. America's racist. America's bad.
Attention to the accusations. Others see it as an attempt to deflect from the seriousness of the claims, especially considering these are federal charges, not just a petty lawsuit. The accusations are detailed and damning, and no one is sure if her combative approach will help or hurt her. Meanwhile, the media frenzy surrounding the lawsuit is only adding to the pressure. Some publications are even speculating about the impact this scandal might have on Sunny's career. Her role on The View is built on her reputation as a sharp legal mind and passionate advocate for justice. How does that image hold up?
If she were a liberal, self-made millionaire migrant model who speaks 5 languages, she'd have her name on a federal building right now, no?
When her own family is facing such serious accusations. These questions have dominated online discussions, with fans and critics weighing in. Adding another layer to the drama, some insiders suggest that the lawsuit could be the beginning of further investigations into Emmanuel's medical practices and possibly even Sunny's finances. While there's no concrete evidence linking her to any wrongdoing, the speculation has been enough to fuel rumors. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Whispers are circulating that the lawsuit could be more than just about money. Some legal experts suggest that RICO cases are often used to send a message and scare others in the industry from engaging in similar practices. Emmanuel may be fighting for his reputation, but he could also be inadvertently becoming the face of a much larger battle within the medical and insurance industries. The stakes are incredibly high for Emmanuel. If the allegations...
So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Are proven true, it could spell the end of his career as a surgeon and irreparable damage to his reputation. For Sunny, the implications are equally significant. While she's not named as a defendant, her association with the case could tarnish her career in media. This lawsuit has reignited a broader conversation about the challenges public figures face when their private lives are thrust into the spotlight. Sunny has long been a polarizing figure, but this scandal has taken that scrutiny to new levels. How can she continue to advocate for justice when her own life is under the microscope? And what happens when the public starts questioning whether her actions align with her words? As the legal battle continues, the future of Sunny's career could hang in the balance. The lawsuit has opened the door to speculation, criticism, and debate, and the ripple effects are being felt across the media landscape. Will she emerge from this scandal unscathed, or will it mark the beginning of the end for her time in the spotlight? Stay tuned as the story continues to unfold.